just that win. Shauna, what would that mean for you guys as a program to have that ranked win at home?
It's something I think that we needed to kind of take that next step, right? We played Indiana tough, obviously, beat Missouri and had some good wins, but we needed that signature win of, hey, we can be one of the top teams in the country. And I think that solidified that and gave us confidence. And now, it's over, and now we got to worry about Northwestern tomorrow.
What's kind of been like to see Adalia McKenzie's personality on this team and what she's kind of brought, just when it's off the court and on the court as well?
She's just pure energy all the time. I mean, nonstop, always smiling, always dancing. She's just one of those people you wanna be around, and that rubs off. That's contagious. So that's her off the floor, and then it's the same thing on the floor. And the thing I love about her is that she's just, you can challenge her, you can coach her, she wants all of it. She wants to be the best that she can possibly be. And you gotta love coaching those type of kids.
What's maybe the biggest difference you've seen from the time you kind of stepped in here to where she is now as a player?
I just think the confidence. I think she's playing with a high level of confidence right now, and I think you can see it every day kind of get more and more. She's playing really well, and she's, I think, confident in all aspects of her game. And I think when you have confidence in, as she does, and all of our players, that's what kind of puts you to that next level.
I know you told us how you and Genesis, like you recruited her. What was the start of that with Makaira? Do you remember kind of first getting introduced to her on the trail?
Yeah, I mean, Makaira, I don't even know, how many people know. She had committed to Miami of Ohio. And then when Megan Duffy left and took the Marquette job, she kind of opened up her recruitment again. And that's when we got on and recruited her really hard from there. And pretty much everyone was recruiting her from that point on. She had been playing really well. So that summer, it was, I think, towards the end of, it was in the end of the school year. Then that summer, I know we were at every one of her games at AU, and I was at almost every single one. So she was a top person for us to try to get. And again, I've said this a lot. She's a relationship kid. She's a trust kid. So once we got that and built that, she's one of the most loyal kids you'll ever find.
Northwestern, how important is it to try and dictate tempo with them? Looking at their numbers, they probably want to slow it down a little bit if you're not in transition.
Yeah, no, they do. They're not going to play. They don't want to play as fast as what an Iowa did or what a lot of these teams we've played in the past few games want to play. But they rely heavily on their defense creating offense. And with their Blizz defense, it's just it's something different. Not a lot of people play it, and they're super handsy and aggressive in it. So that's going to be the challenge. That's what concerns me is they're always in games because of their defense. I mean, if you look at Michigan, they're only down 2, with a few minutes left. They've been in every single game. And then they're up on Michigan State. Michigan State came back, then they made a run again. So this is a really good team that plays a little bit differently than anyone we faced this year.
Now, what for you do you draw upon as a coach, both for you personally and for your team? All this success, there's a lot of positive momentum, and everything's kind of new and fresh and exciting. So what do you draw upon to stay grounded here?
Yeah, it's anything, right? It's just about, like I told them even yesterday, it's whether you win or you lose that game. It's what we talk about all the time. It's you got to get up, and then you got to go through the process and that journey of that day and trying to be the best you can do and control the controllables, and we do that day by day. So use the positivity, use the confidence that we have from winning games, but remember what got you there and remember the process, remember the work. And that's where, that's how it's always been, win or lose. It's just about, okay, what are we doing today in order to prepare ourselves to be the best we can possibly be.
What's kind of been the mindset of this team in being able to, come up with a big win and still have another big performance the next time out? I'm thinking Missouri and then coming back against Florida Atlantic and performing well. What's kind of been the key to that?
I just think it's what I just said, just kind of us preaching about it's just day by day. And you can never get too high, you can never get too low in this game. We know, you're on top of the world on Sunday, and anything can happen in basketball where you can go down and be on, it's just how this game is, and it's how sports are. So just trying to just stay, again, never too high, never too low. remember the process, be process driven, and when you work really, really hard, you do things the right way every single day, then you can feel good about your preparation leading into each game.
Is there a sign with Makira during the game that like just get her the ball and let her go? Is there anything you've noticed out of her?
You can kind of see it. The thing is, I told her at shoot around the other day, I'm like, you excited to to play this game? And she's like, oh, I love these type of games. So our kids, like, they're competitors. They this is why, again, they came to a school like Illinois. They want to play against the best. They want to be in the Big Ten. So they were definitely ready for that game. And Makira, I know well enough now. I can see the look on her face, or I can see, okay, she's going to be really aggressive. She's not going to be, and then I can adjust accordingly with if I need to get on her about, hey, you need to, pick it up. We need you to shoot more. We need you this. I thought the coolest thing about Sunday was how, Jen, they both were in foul trouble. I think I said 3. They had 2 fouls. And I elected to put Jen on the bench and keep Makira in there because I'm like, we need one of them, and if she would get a third. And Makira was unbelievable in that first half. And then, Jen kind of got rested in the first, and she came out and really did her thing in the second. So when you have multiple players like that, it makes my job a little bit easier.
When you think about the stop that Makira made there, guarding Caitlin Clark, her shot wasn't falling. She had just gotten, hit in the face, and what does it say about her that she was able to kind of have that big play and stay locked in there defensively?
I just think that's toughness. That's what we want in our program. That's really the biggest compliment we can have, is that we're tough and we play with toughness. And I think that she embodied that when, she took a hard hit when her whole face, face planted. And I think it was maybe a minute later, she's like, Coach, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, I didn't know if she'd be able to go back in. So that's just, she's a competitor. And she, she wants these big moments. And she came back out, and maybe she didn't score those points, but she made some huge plays in that second half when we really needed her and her leadership.
For Jada Peoples, just sort of, coming off the bench, then starting those 2 games and coming back off the bench, what does it kind of say about, what have you kind of seen as her as a player, just, sort of being able to adjust on the fly and still be productive for you guys?
Again, maturity level, even when we went, like, it hasn't been like, nothing's been like drama, nothing's been a big deal, like, okay, you're starting, you're not starting, like, and I don't really make a big deal out of it. This is who we're going with this game. Let's roll with it. But our players have just done. I give them the credit. Jada, again, just been so poised and just a really veteran, confident person that we can lean on. And she made some huge plays in the game. She made a couple huge baskets. Couple when she got that steal and got on the floor a couple times. Like, just some really solid plays. So it was really everyone kind of stepping up and doing their part. But it's nice when you have a senior, a veteran like Jada that really kind of goes unfazed. She's a perfect example that doesn't get too high or too low. She's just very even keel throughout the whole game and every single day.
Dahlia shared a story that in the summer, I think she called Makira like a baby during the workout, and Makira responded with a few buckets. When you're installing your culture like that, and to have her come in and be like, how important is just that part of her game?
You get these
I'm guessing
guys,
that's not surprising.
No, you guys get these guys out and you, like, there's times, and it happened last year, our Dayton team, like, I wouldn't even scrimmage later in the season because they got so competitive. I'm like, we don't need anyone to get hurt, I don't need anyone, but these guys do the same. We do anything competitive, and they start, jarring at each other and talking smack. But I like that. Like, I think that's that competitive spirit in us, and it's what it is in a game. You saw it the other day. You get these little battles within the game of kids going back and forth, and that's what basketball's about. So, yeah, that's a funny story, and it does not surprise me at all.
One more. I know it's kind of in the rearview mirror now, but Gio Lopez came in with some really valuable defensive minutes. May not show up in the box score, but how important is to have that there, especially against the bigs in the Big Ten, to have her or Aisha?
That was huge. And I told our team, when we were in the locker room after the game, I said, Gio, I thought was MVP, of the game, because just the little things she did in those minutes were absolutely huge. Her defense on Sonano, the energy she came in with, and that's what I've been challenging our bigs of someone step up and someone be ready to go, because Kendall, even that little break to give Kendall, I think helped her play better, and it was just a different look against a really good post player. So Gio was huge. I was happy for her, and again, you talk about a senior, a veteran, someone just really enjoying her last year. It was great to see her go out there and have success and help us win that game.
Yeah, and I mean, what was the conversations like with her when you came in? Because, like you said, it looks like this season's a reward for all that she's stuck through.
She wanted to stay because she wanted to get, her master's, and there was something about Gio in our first couple conversations. I just liked her spirit. I liked, her energy, her story. So I wanted her to stay on, and I didn't have to keep her because she was, it was her 5th year, but she was an important piece, and I really wanted her to be a part of this team, and I'm really glad she is, because just like I said, the positive spirit and energy she brings, she makes me laugh probably at least once a day. She's just a great person, and it's really cool to see someone like her have success, just that little bit of success, the other day, and see her enjoying the culture and just her teammates this year. It's been really cool to see.
All good?
Yeah.